So hello everyone, my name is Aditya Ulam Pratama, and today I'm going to tell you about Sherlock Holmes Short Story 1. So this is a book that was written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, and basically this book tells an adventure story of Detective Sherlock Holmes, and this book is divided by 6 different short story, and each story has its own uniqueness and the difference of how Sherlock Holmes solved the problem or the mystery he faced. And this book is using British English since Sherlock Holmes itself is a British person or an England person. So in daily life, Sherlock Holmes use British English. So it makes sense if this book's written in British English. Okay, so this book originally marketed for a person who loves Sherlock Holmes and a person who wants to learn British English through an engaging story like this book, because Sherlock Holmes have a tense and engaging story. And about the material, this book using 50 crash offset paper that was commonly used in novel, and the cover itself is using 240 GSM paper. Okay, so that's about the material and about the market of this product and this short description of this product. Now let's talk about the pros and cons of this product, or the disadvantage and advantage of this book. The first pros or the first advantage is it is written in British English, so you will find a new vocabulary like me, like mine. So when I read this book, I find a lot of new vocabulary. For instance, I find the word flat. I first for the first time when I see the word flat, I think it's a flat surface, but it turns out that there was the name that used in British English, and the American of English of flat is apartment. So in American British they using apartment, in British English they using flat. Another example is I find a new word, pavement. So I don't know what pavement is. Turns out in American they using sidewalks. So sidewalk in American and pavement in British English. So when you read this book, you will find a lot of new vocabulary that will make your vocabulary richer than before. That was the first pros or advantage. And the second pros or the second advantage, that is this book have 6 different story, and its story I'm going to tell you guys its story, it's so engaging and so tense, and that will make your learning English process will less boring and more fun and more interesting, and you're gonna stick with it. Okay, because it has 6 different story, and its story is a engaging and tense story. So that's about the pros. Now let's talk about the cons or the disadvantage. In my opinion, this book has one con or one disadvantage, and that is the fact that this book using British English. So in my opinion, if you want to enjoy this book, at least you have a basic understanding of English language to you enjoy this book, and at least you understand this book. And if you doesn't have any basic English, like the basic of English language, in my opinion, it seems more harder to enjoy and understand this book. So the fact that this book using British English is like two-edged sword. If you understand the language, the basic understand of the language, it will make you have more vocabulary because it's used British English. But if you doesn't have the basic understanding of English language, it will make you not enjoy and maybe you doesn't interesting of this book. So it's like two edges of sword. And that's about the pros and cons about this book. Now about the elements, the design elements. So this book doesn't have any pictures or any photos on it. The only design element is on the cover. So as you can see, there's an animated Sherlock Holmes picture with his iconic hat, and he's smoking a cigar, and below it have the titles of it. In the back of the cover there is a quote by Sherlock Holmes. It sounds, "Crime is common, logic is rare. Therefore, it is upon the logic rather than upon the crime that you should dwell." And yeah, that's all the design element this book using, because inside there is nothing. So when you buy this book, you going to get a plastic wrap to wrap this book. So when you buy this book, the condition is of this book is wrapped, and you're gonna get paper bag to carry the book. Okay, so I'm going to tell you once again, when you buy this book, it is wrapped by plastic wrap, and you'll get a paper bag to carry the book. So now I'm going to tell you about how I'm going to market this book. So I'm going to use social media to market this book, such as Instagram, X or Twitter, TikTok and YouTube. And maybe Facebook. That's all the platform I'm going to promote this book and market this book. And I'm going to use targeted ads to target to a person who loves Sherlock Holmes and a person who wants to learn English or British English. So my ads is not going to like targeted to everyone, but specific targeted to person who loves Sherlock Holmes and a person who wants to learn British English. And I'm going to use marketplace to sell this book. Okay, so that's all about this book. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys.